What's happening? Back again with another MPC beatmaking video. I just want to say thanks to everybody that's subscribed so far, everybody that's left comments and stuff. I really appreciate seeing those, so thanks to you guys. Today we're going to be cutting up this 3 Degrees record. This is some classic soul stuff from the 70s. Definitely been sampled a lot, but the track I'm going to take off this, I haven't heard it being used before. So it's track number 1 I'm going to use on this. It's called I Turn to You. So I'm excited to get this one into the MPC and start making the beat. So let's get to it. So yeah, check out that album cover right there. Picked this one up in the Searchers again in Fitzroy. Like, I just love that shop. It's got such a good collection of like soul, Japanese stuff, city pop, jazz, everything. Yeah man, good shop. So what we're going to do is we're going to sample track 1 off this. It's called I Turn to You. So I'm going to get that into the MPC now. So yeah, that's all I'm going to need for that. So let's get on to making the beat. So I'm inside the MPC now. Got the sample edit mode up. I've got my bit of the track that I wanted to use in this beat. So I'm going to keep it very simple with the chops. It's really going to be just like this. The beat, the main part of the beat's going to be like this. So yeah, I'm going to take that main first part, and then I'm going to add a couple more chops onto the pads just in case I need anything to spice it up a little. So these are the chops I've got on my pad just now. So that's everything I'm going to be using from the sample to make the beat. I'm going to pitch this down a bit, as I like to do with all my samples. So program edit, down 2. Yeah, it's the tempo I'm wanting, so I'm going to go now and just figure out what kind of tempo that's riding at, and then we can start building the beat around that. So messing about with it, I found that the BPM is sounding best for me at 73.5. I never really like to do 0.5 BPMs, but just the way this is, because I'm just using kind of one long chop instead of all the micro chops, it's sounding best at that BPM. So we'll hit do it, and then I'm going to record my sequence in just now. Okay, so I've got a high pass filter on it, low pass filter, and a delay, sounding like this now. So that's just if an MC was to get on this and spit some bars, it's going to, you know, just have more room for those lyrics to come through, as opposed to without all the filters and everything. So what I'm going to do now is grab a drum break. I don't usually use drum breaks. I prefer to use one shots and play my own drums in, but just this type of beat, I feel like it will sound good with drum break. So I'm going to go through my library of samples just now and pull something out. So yeah, I've pulled out a drum break. This is from the Manual Volume 3, which is one of V-Don's kits. Put a low pass filter on it just to get a little bit of the high end out. That's how this is sounding. Sounds good to me, I like it. It's kind of dusty. I think it'll fit the vibe of this track, that kind of classic boom bap style beat. So I'm going to record this in just now. And then, yeah, we'll get moving on to putting on some bass and some other things into the track. Yeah, so the sample and the drum break, that's sounding like this. Yeah, I like the way that's sounding, so what I'm going to do is try to find something to put a bit more mid-range back in the track from when I sampled out, when I filtered out a bit of the main sample. It's just lacking a bit of body now, so I'm going to get something simple and just kind of put that in to replace some of those mid frequencies that I removed from the sample. Okay, so I pulled up this piano key group. It sounds like this, very simple, nothing to it really. I've got a low pass filter on there, a delay just to kind of spread it out, delay and a reverb just to spread out the sound a little bit. Now this will basically be unnoticeable in the track, but it's just going to fill up that kind of mid-low body, and yeah, it'll just complement the main sample, so I'll record this in just now. So what I've done now is I've went in, I've got a bass sound alike, the bass LX depth charge. I'll just rename this bass, keep myself right. So I'm just going to record a simple bass line underneath my drum break and my sample chops. So let's get to that. Cool, so I've got the bass in now. I just want to add a hi-hat over that drum break if you listen to it. It's just got that kind of ride playing through it, so I'm going to throw this in, just playing a simple 8s pattern. So I'm going to go, for this one I'm going to turn timing correct off, and I'll just play with my natural swing, so let's get it. Okay, so what I've done now is I've just cloned my main sample onto a new track. So as you can see here, it says new sample -1, so that's the clone. What I've done is I've added a half speed on, and that sounds like this. So yeah, that's going to be my little bit of variation. I almost like that, the sound of that better. I think it's just because the main sample's getting a bit tiring on my ears, but what I'll do is I'll have this as a little section in the verse just to switch it up. So I'm going to arrange the beat now, and I'll come back to you and I'll play the full thing once I've done that. Okay, so I got my intro in now, little pre-verse section, and my main loop. So yeah, basically it's just time to run the beat. Thanks for watching me create this, and then I'll be back with a new video sampling some old school vinyl and turning it into some hip hop.